Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus.
This is The Ray Taylor Show.
Rayz Dayz, episode 98 of the show where I recap my week as it's been, as it were. I mean, as you're listening or watching this, it's been over a week since this is, anyway, doesn't matter. The logistics of my reality timeline versus when you guys hear this is a little off, but that's okay. I had a rough week. I had a bad week. It started off bad and just got worse. It could have been worse. Don't get me wrong. Could have been much worse, but it was a rough week. I was literally in pain every day this week up until literally the shower I took right before starting to record all of the episodes for the Ray Taylor Show. Woke up in pain on Tuesday and just excruciating pain. But that's not how my week started. My week started Monday. I wake up, right? Sundays is when I record. I produce this show, all 7 episodes. I record first thing in the morning, and then I spend the rest of the day editing the audio and all the video and get everything uploaded to YouTube and whatnot. And I'm usually done around midnight. I would be done a lot sooner, but I'm recording a lot longer episodes. Where these episodes used to start off around 10 minutes, I'm recording closer to 30 minutes. I mean, my Dave episodes on Tuesdays, I take 40-plus minutes to talk about a 25-minute TV show episode. So I definitely talk a lot more. These episodes are a lot longer, which means that it takes a lot longer to upload them. Editing is pretty fast. I mean, everything with the new laptop is pretty quick, but I'm still not done with everything until close to midnight every Sunday. So Mondays, I look forward to being lazy. Monday is my lazy day because I'm probably going to be tired from being up and working constantly from I wake up at 7 o'clock, and I'm not done till midnight, 7 a.m. to midnight. So it's a long day. So Mondays, I look forward to being lazy. And I woke up last Monday with a table, my nightstand, this table I have at the side of my bed where I have my phone, usually the remote for my TV, usually a glass of water because I'm a mouth breather and tend to have to, wake up and take sips of water throughout the night. I had accidentally knocked over my glass of water, and my table was covered with water. My phone soaked. My Apple remote soaked. Thankfully, the Apple remote was fine, and also my iPhone water resistant. It's the newer iPhone 12. I don't know the statistics or whatever, but it was fine. Thankfully, I woke up, I took it out of the case, I dried it off. The port things didn't work. The plug that I had plugged in, not waterproof, so that died. I thought I dried it all out. It was leaking water for a bit. I put it in rice for a minute. I just kind of let it dry on its own. But I almost broke my controller too, because on Mondays, because it's a lazy day, I like to play my video game, like to play Call of Duty, and I wasn't able to do that because when I plugged it in, it started working, but then I got a message saying that there's water detected in the port and that I should unplug it and make sure it's dried out before I use that accessory again. So I kind of broke the accessory, kind of broke my video game thing that I used to play my Call of Duty on my phone. Still works. It's just the plug has to be turned a certain way for it to work. It's barely working, but it's working. So that's how my week started off. Not a huge thing. Could have been worse. Could have been an issue where I needed to replace my phone. Thankfully, I have the insurance to replace my phone, which I got specifically, one, so that I can upgrade because it's like if it's lost or stolen or whatever, they upgrade it. But also, if something like this happened, despite the fact that it's waterproof, I don't need, if something breaks on my phone, I use my phone for a lot. So thankfully, it could have been worse. But that's how it started. I was like, no, please, no. But it didn't. I was exhausted Monday anyway. I didn't sleep that great. I didn't sleep great all week. But Sunday night, I mean, I went to bed like super late. I went to bed at, midnight, 1, 2, 2 in the morning, whatever it was. Woke up at like 7 to a phone that's like soaking, taking a little bath. So stressed out. Woke up stressed out immediately. And just not, I mean, even though Mondays are my lazy day, I still try and get some stuff done. Like I'd like to edit all the clips for the different episodes on Monday, which I usually don't get all of those done. I might do a day or two of clips and then kind of do them throughout the week. I have other things that I'd like to get done, like miscellaneous things that I need to get done. And I was just out of it. I was exhausted. Had like a migraine. I just no energy whatsoever Monday. So I crashed out early Monday and woke up Tuesday in excruciating pain. I slept pretty good. I think I actually took a melatonin Monday to make sure I got a good night's sleep, which I will do sometimes because melatonin kind of knocks me out. But just to make sure I sleep good, sometimes I'll, if I'm really tired, it's like, I'm going to take a melatonin to really make sure I sleep good because I need this sleep. And I must have just been overly relaxed while sleeping because I had the worst neck and shoulder pain, upper back pain that I've had in a long time. I've had so many issues with my upper back. I used to have issues with it constantly when I worked at Costco many, many years ago. I would go to a chiropractor regularly to get it dealt with. I have a first rib issue. Like this top rib gets dislocated because I sleep on my sides. I can't. It's hard for me to just sleep on my back. I can do it. I don't like it. I prefer to be curled up and sleep on my sides. And I'm constantly changing from one side to the other. And I think what happened, one, I probably was doing a lot of the editing on Sunday with bad posture. Same thing Monday. Probably whatever work I actually got done Monday probably had horrible posture. And that coupled with the melatonin that I took, and I slept good, quote unquote, but when I woke up, just immense pain. Like just couldn't, every muscle in my back was burning, was locked up, was so much pain. Like if I moved, it felt like I was being stabbed. I was in a lot of pain. And it's something that I dealt with before, so it's not like I was freaked out, like I didn't know how to deal with it, but it sucked. Just so much pain. And it kind of got worse. Like I woke up with some pain, and then throughout the day Tuesday it just got worse and worse to the point where I got zero sleep Tuesday night. I was in so much pain. I was unable to get any kind of comfort, to get any relaxation at all trying to sleep. So it just ruined me for Wednesday. So Wednesday I was just completely zombified. Completely zombified. Spent all day. I think I watched a bunch of movies Tuesday just because I'm in pain. So I decided I'm going to watch a bunch of Whoopi Goldberg movies, watch The Player. Just for whatever reason, it's been a while since I've watched a bunch of Whoopi Goldberg movies. I watched Color Purple last week. The Player I wanted to watch, she's in that. So I figured, let me do that. I'll do a top 5 Whoopi Goldberg films. I'll be able to just relax while I'm watching these movies. I had the heating pad on it constantly. Heating pad, and then also I have a foam roller and a little lacrosse ball that I use. And excruciating pain. Every time I moved, if I was moving just while sitting down, it would hurt. If I moved to get up, it would hurt a lot. Just laying down, just sleeping, it was in so much pain just laying still, flat on my back. I couldn't even have a pillow. I was in so much pain. And slowly as the week went on, like literally not until Sunday, today, have I felt like I still feel like stuff is loose in there. But I like whatever discs were out of place and whatever ribs were out of whatever issues there were where things weren't in place are back to normal. And I think it's just back to getting those muscles stronger around those areas again, to just make sure it doesn't happen again. The Many Faces is an ongoing abstract ink portrait series that I started many years ago. I release a new face every day, but go to inspireddisorder.com to check them out. So many available. But as a listener to The Ray Taylor Show, you can save 10% when you use coupon code INSPIRED when you check out. So go to inspireddisorder.com/TMF, that stands for The Many Faces. Go check them out, browse the entire collection, and when you decide on a piece, or maybe multiple pieces, make sure you use coupon code INSPIRED when you check out, and you'll save 10% as a big thank you for checking out my work, for collecting my work, and for listening to The Ray Taylor Show. And with that said, let's get back to the show. Tons of pain, neck pain, upper back pain, just like felt horrible, like so much pain that when I've been having like allergy issues also, but I was in so much pain, the pain would override the desire to sneeze. I would feel a sneeze building, the anticipation of a sneeze, right? Where it's like, like serious, not like, oh, is this sneeze gonna come or go? It's like, oh, this sneeze is happening. Like as I'm reaching for my snot rag to sneeze into, like, and just, you know, when you have that sneeze building, you'll breathe in air. Your lungs are preparing to just shoot all of that air out of your nose to clean out whatever is in there that's making you want to sneeze. So I'm like, just the act of my body bringing air in to prepare for a sneeze and the pain that caused was enough to override the sneeze. Like instantaneously. Like I'm about to sneeze, like it's one smooth motion of like, chew. And right up as the air is going into my lungs, I feel the immense pain, and the desire to sneeze said, fuck this, I'm getting out of here. Just instantaneously, it's like, oh, we're not doing this today. This is not happening. Multiple times, I think it was Tuesday, and probably Wednesday also, I was in way too much pain to even sneeze. I was in so much pain that I would take my edibles. I have this THC syrup that I will take a sip of that's about 100 milligrams. It's 1,000 milligrams total in this syrup bottle, right? So if I just get a little sip, it's usually about 70 to 100 milligrams. I was in so much pain that I didn't feel high. I just felt less pain when I took it. So thankfully I had it. But like, I mean, it would definitely helped relax all the muscles around those areas. But I could still feel like the joints and the things that were out of whack. Like I could have gone to, if I had health insurance, I could have gone to a chiropractor and they would have like popped everything back in place right away. And I probably would have gotten over everything within a day. But I don't have health insurance. I don't have money to go to a chiropractor to get fixed. So I have to try and like relax my muscles into enough to where I can readjust myself with the different things. I also have like a belt, which I don't know where my belt is. But there's this trick I saw online of how to fix that first rib issue when it pops out, is to get like a belt. I've seen people use towels, but what I like to do is I get a belt and I wrap the belt around one of the armrests of my desk chair. I'll wrap it around that, and then I swing it over my shoulder, and I hold down with my other hand while this shoulder, I kind of like let it relax, and I pull the belt down so that it's I've used seat belts for this too, where it's pulling down, trying to get that rib back into your shoulder area. And then also, I mean, the whole shoulder gets messed up too when I've had these upper back issues, like it's like everything goes bad. And then it like takes time as the pain kind of just slowly radiates away from it into the shoulders and whatnot. So a week full of pain, just miserable. Finally got a little bit better. Like it started getting better like within a day, like on Thursday or something like that. I had a day where I woke up just completely miserable. And then by the end of the day, like a lot of the muscle pain had finally relaxed, and I could just feel like I just felt like the sharp pain. It wasn't like just aching pain. It was sharp pain mixed with like some radiating pain. So that was like a day where I had the most improvement. And then from then on, like Friday, Saturday, and then today, like I've been dealing with just like anytime I move, like if I stay still for too long, something will start tightening up. And then when I go to move, it feels like I'm being stabbed somewhere. Today is the first day, thankfully. Recording would have been very difficult. I was actually surprised. Thursday, I was thankful that I was able to get relaxed because I paint on Thursdays. So yeah, it was crazy. I mean, to have the pain override the sneeze was like, oh, okay, like it's real. Like this pain's real. And like also thinking, just being in pain, like of all of the people, because I've been watching a lot of ER lately. Love the show. I'm like in season 7 right now. I had no idea that it went for like 14 seasons. And when it was on air, I watched maybe the first 3 seasons. And I remembered all of those seasons back when George Clooney was on the show. But now it's like, I still love the show. It's more, soap opera-y or whatever, but it's still a really fun medical show. I love having it on in the background. But, like, maybe it's because I've been watching that, like, I don't know. I don't even remember where I was going with all that. I seriously forgot where I was. I wish I could, like, rewind the tape to remind myself where I was going with the whole ER thing. And it feeling better. I don't know. Something about... Anyway. So no sleep Tuesday, which has been a long time since I've not... Oh, the ER thing. Just seeing all the other diseases and things people can have where they're in chronic pain. Like, chronic pain in general is horrible, right? I've been dealing with... Generally, I deal with a lot of hip pain. A lot of hip and lower back pain because I'm sitting down a lot more these days. Whereas when I was working at Costco, I'd get the upper back stuff all of the time. So I don't get the upper back stuff as much. Obviously, knock on wood, just got it. But thankfully, when all my upper back stuff was going on, my lower back stuff and my hip finally relaxed and was like perfect. I had zero issues with it. But just to feel what it's like to be in constant pain, like, one, I could see why it would be easy to take painkillers, because pain is just... like, to be in constant pain is just hell. It is hell. Exhausting on so many levels, but it's just like, especially when you can't sleep, it's like, yeah, of course you'd want to take a highly addictive substance that will leave you most likely addicted and searching for, black market substitutes when your prescription runs out. But it makes complete sense. But also, because I'm wanting to get healthier, obviously I've said multiple times, I stopped drinking last year, stopped drinking right around my birthday in December, which is mid-December, which I've seen improvements here and there. Obviously, there are definitely improvements for not drinking on a daily basis. So to keep that momentum going, I was thinking of getting something that would help me kind of be a reminder to stay in shape, a way to track and get analytics on different things that I'm doing, to make sure I'm going in the right direction. I have a scale already that measures, all of your statistics that gets synced to my phone, so I can see, when I'm dehydrated. I can see if my muscle mass is. I can see that I'm the fattest I've ever been in my entire life. I'm almost 250 pounds right now, which is huge. Like 230 pounds was my previous max. And since I stopped drinking, I'm like, well, I'll just eat whatever I want. It's easier to not be triggered to want to drink if I can just kind of eat shitty foods. I've been eating a lot of ice cream, peanut butter jelly sandwiches, stuff like that. Maybe not the most health conscious stuff, but stuff that I enjoy that, that can replace that desire to want to drink. So I've gained quite a bit of weight. But in an effort to get on the right side of things and to get healthier, I looked into the different types of wearable tech that's out there, right? Like the Apple Watch, Fitbit, Garmin, Google, I think, has their own version. And I don't necessarily want a smartwatch. I don't really care about, I don't need a watch, but I do want something that's, it's going to take do all of the things that those things do, all of the health types of things that can then be synced to my phone. So I can look at my phone and I can look and see how everything breaks down, see how I sleep at night, see what kind of condition I'm in, see what my heart rate is at, see, get reminders while I'm working for hours upon hours editing videos every Sunday. Literally last Sunday is what I was like, are there ways, because I know there's a thing on the Apple Watch, it's like, oh, it reminds you to get up and move around every so often. It's like, I would love that. Just a little reminder to get up and move around. I want to start swinging the kettlebells again. I want to start implementing these things into my life a little bit more. And being held accountable and keeping track of everything helps do that. Join Inspired Disorder Plus today. Head on over to inspireddisorder.com/plus to join. Membership includes members-only discounts and deals. You get access to the Ray Taylor Show completely ad-free, as well as bonus episodes. You get access to the complete live painting archive. You also get access to every single podcast ever produced by Inspired Disorder, hosted by Ray Taylor. You get access to Ray Taylor's personal blog, as well as the opportunity to ask me any questions. So if you want to start a podcast, you're into art, ask me anything. And so many more things are being added every day to Inspired Disorder Plus. So sign up today, become a member, head on over to inspireddisorder.com/plus and become an Inspired Disorder Plus member today. So last Sunday while I was editing, I was looking online and doing my research, and almost bought an Apple Watch because their Series 3 is like $200, which is their least expensive one. I have all Apple products, so I know it would sync and work effortlessly with everything. But it didn't have all of the sensors that things have. And I didn't necessarily need the entire watch functionality. I'm not going to answer phone calls on my watch. I'm not going to be listening to music. It's I need something pretty basic, but I still want the sensors. So I decided, after looking at top lists and what people recommend, I decided to go with Fitbit, which is a company that I've had one of the original Fitbits that were the clip that you would hold on, which they were at the time just a pedometer, and then it had a wrist strap to where it would monitor your sleep. This was back 10 years ago when Fitbit first came out, and they weren't waterproof, and it was clipped to one of my shirts, and I ended up washing my shirt, and it lasted maybe a week, this Fitbit that I got. But it's a company that's been out. They've grown. They've added a lot of the things. The wearable tech kind of industry has grown quite a bit since Apple started with the Apple Watch. So Fitbit was the thing, and they were on sale. Like, I got the Fitbit Charge 5 is what I got. So it's the slimmer one. It looks more like a bracelet, which is fine. Good for me. Lighter weight. It does have a clock on it, which is fine as well. But it has all the sensors. It measures my O2. It measures, obviously, my heart rate variability, monitors my sleep, does all of the things I want it to do. All the things I want it to do and more. And it can be synced through my phone. Like, I had to get another app to do it, but synced to my phone so I can keep track of everything. And obviously, it gives me my reminders, which I like, to get up and move around. It shows me how many steps I'm taking, how much calories I'm burning, things like that, and gives me kind of these things to improve, ways to improve, and I can see it. I can see my improvement, along with the fact that my scale, I'll be able to track all of that stuff. So, fingers crossed that this will end up helping to keep me motivated to lose weight, which now the one thing I need to do is just start eating better. I mean, which means buying better quality groceries, which I'm not that far off of. It's just basically I need to stop buying bread and ice cream, because most of what I'm eating is like chicken that I make in the air fryer, or I'm making eggs in the morning if I'm hungry, or I make a great chili verde. I make soups. You know, the chicken, I'll chop that up with a bunch of vegetables, put it in a pot with some chicken broth, make some awesome chicken soup. Like, I'm making stuff that's not necessarily high carb, but I've been getting, junk food along with my good groceries. So I feel like if I, it's just making little adjustments. First, it was like, okay, let's cut the alcohol out, which that been a lot easier. Now, it's easier as well because I can't order. I would have to get my roommate to buy it because I don't have an ID right now. So that makes it easier to buy. But I also don't have the desire to drink it. And if I don't buy it, then I'm not going to drink it. And that's the same thing with my diet. I don't go out shopping. I make my list on my phone and get it delivered. So I just need to be a little bit more mindful in those moments where I'm getting my groceries. Just eat more fruit. Just make little adjustments. I'm not going to be doing like keto, which I've done before, or Atkins, which I've done before, where it's like super low carb type stuff. I'm definitely going to go low carb, just not getting bread and, eating better things. Just going with wraps instead of bread or whatever. No more ice cream, things like that. Just eating fruit instead of that. So making little adjustments to that to help reduce, but then also being more active, which yesterday, I think, now that my back is starting to feel better finally, once I'm done recording, which I'm almost done recording for the day, and I'm going to start my editing probably around, it's 2 o'clock right now, and I have one more episode to go, so I'll probably start editing around 3 o'clock, and then I'll be sitting at my desk editing and uploading everything till about midnight tonight. So I'm hoping my watch will remind me to get up and move, although it's done that already, and I've moved a bunch already, so I don't know if it's going to keep reminding me. But the more I wear it, I've only had it for a few days, showed up pretty quick, and there's other things that it's going to give me analytics on that it requires you to wear it for multiple days before you do. But yeah, so, I felt like it was a good investment. Since I don't have health insurance, I need to be healthier. I'd like to be healthier. Knowing that my heart is working properly, knowing that my O2 stats are good. I don't need to get on I don't have the thing that everybody seems to have, especially people that are overweight, have sleep apnea. I don't have that. So it's so far my watch has not given me any red flags to like, hey, this is a problem. Hey, you have an irregular heartbeat. But it will show me if I do. But then also, I'll be able to see, how many steps I'm taking, how many, how it measures your activity in a few different ways. So as I wear it, as time goes on, especially now that I'll be able to exercise again, getting up every half hour to swing the kettlebell a little bit, that should hopefully build up over time. Easier. So that's been my week. A ton of pain, but thankfully it's gone as of today, and I can get back to my normal lower back pain that I'm used to. But yeah, rough week. But thankfully, I was able to get everything done. It was a very painful week, but it ended up not keeping me from doing anything that I needed to get done, which is nice. So it is what it is. That's been my week. I hope everybody's been having a great week, and taking care of yourself, staying healthy, doing what you can, considering the pandemic is literally still going on, even though I think California opened up mask mandates. Schools don't seem to care. Nobody really seems to care anymore. But, I would imagine being cautious is still a good rule of thumb. But either way, have a great week. Hope everybody else is having a great week. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.